Now that we have added furniture and customized the woodwork, let's see how we can customize materials. Material customization happens in 3D, so let's switch to the 3D tab. In 3D we have two views, one is the top view and the other one is walk-in. Top view is this bird's eye view that we have, where we will be able to look at the floor plan from the top and in multiple directions. We can apply materials from this view. There is also something called as a walk-in view, which is a first person view where you will be able to walk in into the room and customize materials directly from there. So let's see how we can switch to walk-in view. Just clicking on this should put us in the house. So right now we don't have a starting point, so let's add a starting point for this. The way we add a starting point is by going into 2D. There is something called as a hotspot inside fittings. So under fittings, hotspots, entrance, you get a almost like a furnishing object. Let's place it at the entrance of the room. Once again, alt click to select something that is under the cursor. So let's move this here. Now let's go to 3D, and this time if we reset, we will be at the entrance of the room, right? So this is the first person view of this room. As you can see, we've already placed the sofas and the coffee table and the portrait standing lamp. Let's go to this position so that we are able to see the entire room. You can also navigate up and down inside this. So let's find reasonable spot. Okay, so let's try to customize the materials from here. You will be able to customize you will be able to pick a material and then apply the material to the different objects in the scene. So as you remember, in the 3D view, in the sidebar there are three tabs. One is renders, materials and woodworks. In the last video we already saw how we can customize woodworks. Now let's look at how we will be able to customize materials. In materials sidebar, you have a search bar, and then you have a few filters here: all, recent, used and uploaded. All is all the materials that are available in the repository. All these materials are properly categorized. As you can see, all the material types are available at the top: tile, fabric, wood, color, metal, stone, organic. Organic is, plant materials and things like that. Mirror, different kinds of mirrors, glass and all kinds of generic materials. We also have light materials. So let's start with changing. Let's try to design this room in a warm shade, oranges and reds and a brick finish. So first let's change the materials for the sofa and the carpet. Let's go to all and then click on fabric. We want to pick yeah, this seems nice. Let's pick this. So to apply a material, all you have to do is just click on it. The mouse pointer changes to a brush, and then you can, once it is changed, you can use that to just directly click, and the material gets applied to the entire mesh, right? So you click on this. So we've changed the material for the sofas. Maybe next change the material for carpet. So carpet is not listed here, but there are materials that are specifically meant for carpets. So we can just search for carpet. That will show us some materials that are good as carpets. So let's try this out. Something that looks a little interesting. Maybe this one. Yeah, this looks nice. Let's see. Yes, maybe it's a little flashy, but my sense of colors is a little skewed. Anyway, so what else? So let's try to change the background for this wall. Let's go to all. Let's go search for paint. We have different kinds of paints. Let's pick a paint that has a slight tinge of red, and then let's change this to a brick wall. Maybe, I don't know if we'll be able to find it in stone. We would want to try a kind of a brick cladding. Okay, then I don't think we are able to find that, so let's search for cladding. Maybe no, we don't seem to have cladding. Maybe brick. Yes, this looks good. Let's use this. Yeah, maybe this would be better if we had white for the photo frame. So let's go to all again, go to color, pick this, and then apply. No, I think black looks better. You can also do Control Z. Control Z in 3D page undoes the previous action. So if I do Control Z here, I should be able to get the black back for the portrait. Yeah, so that is as simple as that. I'm not very sure about the color for these walls. Maybe we want something a little red, but it's okay. Let it be for now. This wall seems a little empty. Maybe we want to have something on this wall. Yeah, so there is a lot of space here. Maybe have a wall shelf. So let's add a wall shelf. Yeah, shelf and storage. There are different types of shelves. Okay, this one. Yeah, this looks. Maybe we can add one of these shelves. There are quite a few shelves here. This seems to be already decorated, so let's use this one or this. Let's go with this. Let's set the out value to 5 feet. Let's see how this looks in 3D. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, that's okay. What else? Maybe we want to add a few items. Should we change the color for this woodwork? Yeah, so let's do that. Maybe add a couple of pillows on the sofas. Let's go to 2D pillows, and then yeah, quite a few designs. Pillows or cushions. Scene is getting updated. Cushions are up here. They haven't adjusted properly, so let's move them down onto the sofa a little bit like that, and let's try to color these. For contrast, let's pick a fabric with a lighter color. So for all the materials that we apply, we also have presets here. Preset is kind of like a finish for the material. For example, if you're applying materials for a wardrobe, you might want a glossy finish or a matte finish or super gloss or kind of like a plain laminate. The same kind of works for all materials. For example, let's say we want to add a color to this lamp, but before we do that, let's finish the painting for the cushions. Maybe this one. Yeah, and then maybe another cushion on the Once again, this probably needs to be adjusted. Hold M, click on the object and then move, and then click again to drop. All the time holding M, right? So yeah, this looks a bit stark, so maybe we want to change that as well. Let's check if we can find a better color, something probably not as bright but a little lighter. Maybe this. Yeah, that works better, I think. And then what else? We haven't added a curtain to this window. Let's do that as well. Also, let's add a light material for this lamp. So every time you hover, so for example, if you're hovering your mouse on any material, you can see the details about the material in the bottom right label here. So this label indicates the ID of the material, if there is a texture, kind of like a sample of the texture, what is the type of the material that is applied. These are physical properties. Right now these are a bit hard to understand, but soon we'll make these a little more legible. So this number indicates how shiny the material is. This E indicates if the material is emissive, in the sense, does it emit any light. The third shows if the O is basically opacity, so it is going to be 1 for anything that is translucent. If we have a glass material, this is not going to be 1, it's going to be less than 1. So if you hover on this material, as we can see, this material doesn't seem to have emissivity property. So let's add a light material to this, probably light orange. Yeah, this works. So lamp, yeah, lamp sounds right. So there are a few properties here. Glow is, for example, a TV would have a glow. We'll assign a material for the TV as well. This is a lamp, so let's set it to lamp. And then now if we check, so this is not updated yet. Label, I think there must be an issue with the label, because the label is still stuck on the wallpaper. Okay, let's add the screen for the TV. Let's look for a picture. Yeah, any of these should work, but these are paintings. We would want like a proper picture. We should probably add some materials for pictures. In the next video, we'll see how we'll be able to upload a picture of our own. Yeah, maybe this. Yeah, we can use the glow finish and then click on this. Now we might also be able to adjust the UV scale, so that should bring this into the picture. Yes, that works. So we have that. Looks like there's a bulb for the fan as well. Let's add a light material for the fan as well. Click on light. Let's use a white light instead this time. It's a bulb is a little stronger than a lamp, so let's see what happens. Let's add a bulb here. So these lights are necessary if we want to get a night render. For a day render, lights are not that useful, but we would still like to set the lights in anyway. So that is about setting lights. Sometimes what you would want is you would want to color meshes individually. So for example, let's pick a fabric. Oh, the other one is, if you want to pick a material that is already there, what you can do is press I. When you press I, the shortcut for I is an ink picker, and the cursor changes from a brush to an ink picker, and you will be able to click on that material and that material gets selected. Now that the material is selected, you can apply that material elsewhere as well. Right, so here is an example. First, let me just undo this. There is also a possibility for you to apply materials to individual meshes. So typically when you apply, the component or the brush automatically figures out what are all the meshes that use the same material inside that component and changes them. But if you want to paint meshes individually, what you can do is press hold control. If you hold control and click, then what happens is one second. uh, what happens is, I think the meshes here are not separate. Let me show this here. So if I want to paint this woodwork, and let's say I pick a wood color. Actually this wood looks pretty decent for the current scene, but let's say, we want to, okay, this is a different, pick a different one. Okay, for visibility's sake, let's pick this. So if I click on this, the entire face of that woodwork gets painted, the entire back panel gets painted, the entire ledge gets painted, right? But if you want to individually paint the doors, and this is a common requirement in most projects, what we can do is, one second, let's revert this back. What you can do is, let's say all, let's go to color, let's go pick a white color, and then pick a glossy finish, and then try to paint just a couple of these doors. So you can hold control and then click on it, so that only the door is painted. For Mac users, instead of control, you will have to use command key. If you're holding the command key and clicking, then the material gets applied only to a single mesh instead of multiple meshes in the model, right? So anyways, let's convert this. Okay, we want to revert that. Okay, yeah, I think this is good enough. Not sure whether we want to change this. No, it doesn't look good, so let's stick with this. This seems reasonable enough. Maybe this ledge on the top here. No, it doesn't look good. Let's leave it like this. So that's it. So applying materials is that simple. You select a material, you keep clicking. If you want to apply for an individual mesh, you hold control. If you want to pick up a color, you press I and pick up the color. You can change the finish of the material using the presets available here, and that's about it. You can filter using the filters here. Oh, by the way, you can also upload materials, which we'll look at in a different video, in the next video. All the materials that you've recently used, they are listed here. So if you click on recent, automatically the materials that you used are shown. Used is a different filter. It shows all the materials that were used, that are already used in the project. So if the material is used anywhere in the house, that material gets shown here, right? So that's it for applying materials.